What is up, YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Reactions. My name is Chod, my wife D. We back with another great music reaction video. Before we dive in, if you're new, subscribe, like, all that great stuff. Our links to our other channels are down below if you'd like to check those out, and our socials. Today we're heading to Alice Cooper. D ventured off into Alice Cooper once. I did a full album cover of this group. I really like this group. I really like the album I broke down that you guys sent me that we broke down. If you haven't seen that, you can check that out. Just type in Alice Cooper with our name, and you'll see the full album if you'd like to see that breakdown of that album. But today we're going into the song No More Mr. Nice Guys. I wonder where this is going. I wonder where this is headed. But let's find out. It's crazy because I think you could take that a lot of different ways, because he's talking about, okay, I was waiting till the chorus came to see where he's going, but he was talking about opening the door for old ladies and then helping the blind see. But then he gets to the point where he said he has friends that no longer they can be around him. So because he's changed maybe until he is, they don't want to be around him. Like, are you a changed man? Like,
yeah.
That I was like, okay, now I see where he's headed with this. But that definitely is like, makes you think. It's one of those thinkable things. Make you think about it. Make you think about it. There's a lot to talk about in this song. There's a lot. There's a lot to cover. I was thinking in my head, listening to this, where I was going to start. But that is a key point. That was one of my points that you brought up right there when you hit that note.
Giving a little Michael Jackson vibes.
And I love how the instruments followed him on those notes when he was hitting that. Also, like the flow of the song, like how it started off. I did not know that's the direction they were heading in. I thought it was heading into like a slower kind of like bluesy rock and roll feel. But it kind of changed the tempo. It went up. But mainly, like, not to take away, normally I focus on instruments and, you know, lyrics, and, you know, I focus more on the instruments because being a musician. But this time I got to focus on the lyrics, because I think what he means by, like, now hearing the full song, and I could be wrong, but I'm taking from it, I feel like he said no more Mr. Nice Guy is like one of those guys, and guys you can relate to it. I definitely relate to this, where like you that nice guy your whole life, you're always nice to your friends, you're always nice to family, you're always nice to people, and it's kind of like sometimes you get to that point where you feel like you're being used or pushed over because you're so nice, and I feel like that's what he's talking about in this song. Like he's nice to his friends, he's nice to helping people, but his friends kind of like, okay, I'm not messing with you anymore. But see, he like to the point he's like, dang, I'm always a nice guy. Like what did I do? So now he's like, no more than this nice guy. He's hit that point where he's like,
yeah, I can see that. I can see, yeah, because some people don't like change, and when you start changing, it doesn't fit their agenda.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the point where he got in this song. Like he's saying, like, okay, no more than this nice guy. It's time for this guy to come out. But yeah, I'm still gonna be like nice to people. Like, but some of y'all.
I like the vibe to this.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
a good
it.
song. Yeah, I love what they did.
I feel like you could dedicate this to a lot of people.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like it has this happy moment, but it has a serious moment. It's one of those songs where it's like he's talking about no more than a nice guy, but then you have his moments where he's talking about doing like acts of kindness. But he's also saying like I'm not putting up with certain things. I think what he's saying.
That's saying kill him with kindness.
Yeah, but this song had a nice feel to it. I love the drummer in this. I love what he did. The different styles and like different feels he had in this song. But like I said, my favorite part, like also like D said, to say it again, like I love when he hit his vocals when he took it to that note and then the guitar followed him, and it was just amazing. But Alice Cooper, I was a big fan of this group. I became a big fan when you guys had me break down the album. The crazy thing is, before I brought D to this channel, when I did do that album breakdown of this group, Alice Cooper, I did tell her about this group, and how this album flowed. And I think I want to say I showed her some songs. I might have. I don't remember. But I remember telling her my experience through the album and how like it was a different feel each. Like it was a personal feel each song. Like this group is one of those groups that like talk about personal experiences a lot in their music. And I feel like through that album, I'm seeing that in this song too. Like it's a personal experience, but they put it in their music, and it's relatable. Again, once again, it's relatable to us, the listeners, and a lot of us can relate to stuff like this in music. And I think that becomes the medicine of the music, as I always call it, when it helps you through something or helps you get through something.
Music is medicine.
Exactly, that is a saying over here. But Alice Cooper delivered again, and I really thought this was a fun song. Like it's a good song, and a good message. I feel
like this song was like one that you can relax to, but you can also jam out to.
Yeah, it definitely had a good feel.
Like you can jump crazy to this.
Yeah, I think live, I think you get a different perspective. I think if you heard this live, it'll be a different perspective than compared to the studio version. I think the live version probably will be more like energetic. And like this version was energetic, but I feel like this is one of those songs that carry on to the stage where it's more.
Yeah.
Like when you hear it on the album, and you're like, dang, it's so much different on the stage. I think this is one of those songs where you're like, oh man, it brings so much more on the stage. Like you'll rather hear the live version than the studio version on this version. Like I have songs like that, like certain artists I listen to, and I'll be like, man, the live version sounds 10 times better than the regular version. Like I like the live version better. And then it's vice versa. Like I like the studio version.
I never knew there was a difference.
Yeah.
Until I started
Sometimes
listening
more
to music,
emphasized.
to be honest. Like on here, I never knew there was like a difference.
But fun tune. Thank you guys for dropping this gem off. Let us know what you thought. Don't forget your suggestions down below. We will see you guys in our next video.